Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Rachel and I am back and postpartum 2 weeks, and I just wanted to give you our 2-week update. So basically, in the past 2 weeks, a lot has happened. The boys were born September 3rd, and if you hear a little fussing, they're down here. Hi, monsters. We actually went into the hospital 2 Mondays ago and had the babies Tuesday morning. Our birth had quite a bit of complications. I ended up with, oh, it's okay. It's okay. They're just settling down after a feed. Yes, yes. So we had complications with HELLP syndrome, and due to that, I ended up staying 4 days longer in the hospital than the boys did. They were born at 35 weeks and 3, and needed no oxygen, no stabilization at all. They were great feeders, and so after 4 days they were released to go home. The boys were born at 35 and 3. Again, they were super healthy. They got discharged in 4 days. I was discharged 4 days later. I had several complications. I will be putting up the video I made at the hospital. I think I made it on Sunday. Just had made an Instagram story, so I will upload it to YouTube so that you guys can see kind of what was going on. The HELLP syndrome, and then my colon had some issues. My digestive tract had shut down, so the boys had to go home with their dad, who was a superstar, had 4-day-old twins by himself. And of course, we have amazing friends and family who came out and helped, and came and saw the babies and helped him out. But really, he was amazing to be doing that by himself. If the tables were turned, I would have been terrified. So after that, the first week I spent in the hospital. The boys stayed 4 days. They came home with their dad. And then last Monday, I was released and was able to come home and continue to recuperate from our house, which was amazing because being around the boys was really, really great just for my morale. I think it really helped me heal quicker just being around them and seeing them every day. Technically, while we are 2 weeks postpartum, a lot of the updates I have are just from the last week. So currently, updates on the boys. They have gained 1 pound each. They went from 414 to 514. That was Lewis. And then Porter went from 5'3" to 6'3" about. So they are growing boys. They're getting so healthy and big. They've been to the pediatrician now to get their stuff done. We got them circumcised, and so they're healing from that as well. They're also feeding right now about every 2 to 2.5 hours, which means that they wake up, they feed. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes for them to get a full feed from when they wake up. They're super sleepy. Even though they're crying, they're usually half asleep when they want to be fed. Oh, there's the babies. So we have to kind of rustle them. And then once they're awake, they feed. And then we obviously spend time burping them, changing them, maybe changing them 2 times. They go through a lot of changes. And then we also then have to get them settled back down and into their bed. So a feed will take approximately an hour to an hour and 15. And then what happens is we then lay immediately down and try to get as much sleep as possible because they usually wake within an hour to an hour and a half. So that is 24/7 around the clock right now. The only times that they've slept a little longer have been after we've gone to the pediatrician. I think maybe the stress wears them out of traveling and stuff, even though they love car rides and fall asleep immediately. But just being at the doctor's, I think, or even when people come over, sometimes they sleep a little longer afterwards. I think that they get tired out pretty quickly. Again, they're still preemies, so they're extra sleepy. That being said, they are doing amazing, and so we're super proud of the boys and their growth. As far as an update on how me and Matt are doing, we are just tired 1 hour at a time, but so happy and so full of love for these tiny humans that we brought in this world, and we're so grateful that they're healthy. I actually have been feeling a lot better. My digestive tract is working again. My colon is working again. And as far as my liver and kidneys from the damage from the HELLP syndrome and the birth, I will be having my first doctor's appointment tomorrow to discuss what happens going forward. I really don't know a lot about what happens next. I do know that it will probably require a little bit of monitoring for I don't know how long. They'll probably check on it. I'm not sure if it's blood work or whatever it is, but you know, for me, it's whatever we have to do to get healthy so that I can be on top of my game. Although I'm feeling so good, like I think the daytime I'm very much invigorated by the sunshine and being, you know, up and about. Nighttime feeds are kind of rough, but you know, I don't know anybody who enjoys waking up every 2 hours in the middle of the night. So during the day we are napping. One of us will nap while the babies nap and try to take turns. It is very difficult though. So, you know, you have all the stuff that's going on. You're like, I want to do laundry. I want to do this and that. And so we've tried to like back off as much as possible on like going crazy on keeping the house like spotless, and just realizing that like sometimes you just need to sleep. And so many people told me like, you're going to want to do this and just sleep. It is hard, but it's not as hard to sleep as you would think when you're only getting an hour at a time. So we have actually been doing our best to nap at least an hour during the day with the boys. So other than that, that is basically what's happening. 2 weeks. I'm currently still pumping because of all the complications. I did not have a pump in the hospital room until Saturday. I also I'm pretty sure I have gone from the colostrum to the transitional milk, and I'm just like fingers crossed trying to really get to the full milk, and I'm trying to eat more, keep as hydrated as possible. And now that I'm feeling so much better, bless you, bless you, bless you, oh you silly thing. So that's where we're at with breastfeeding. One of the babies is latching really well. The other baby is latching once in a while. So we were told, obviously with preemies, that latching can be delayed. And also we will be seeing a lactation consultant on Monday just to check that there's no tongue tie or anything that would be preventing the other twin from just, you know, having a healthy latch and enjoying breastfeeding. So, but they're both great eaters. So it doesn't, for me, you know, if we have to put it in a bottle, we have to put it in a bottle. We also had a very generous friend who donated a lot of frozen breast milk from the first 2 months of her baby being born that she no longer needed, because he is 2 months, so he'll be getting the milk that is frozen more recently. So we're so forever grateful for everybody who has helped us and supported us in these crazy 2 weeks since the boys have been home. And I'll put a little video of them at the end so you guys can see how they're doing. They're just getting, you know, a pound makes such a difference. They're starting to get rolls and stuff, so it's very exciting. And of course, I'll definitely keep you updated on how they're growing, their breastfeeding journey, and of course my journey back from, you know, just the recovery from HELLPS and what it's going to entail to get back and better. So thank you so much. Oh, it's okay. Thank you so much for returning to the channel, and I'm so happy to share our journey after the birth with you, because I really think it's important to share the good and the bad. We have so much good that it totally outweighs the bad, and we're so grateful for everything. But, you know, for anybody else who might be struggling with the same stuff, I hope that, you know, I had no idea about HELLP syndrome. I had really, you know, I really didn't know like the risks that, you know, you always think, oh my gosh, all the risks for the baby, but you never think about the risks for the mom. And so it was a big transition for me, understanding that like my babies were healthier than their mom was after the birth. But the good news is this is a journey that I get to share with you guys, and I hope that if it helps one other person feel like there's light at the end of the tunnel, there definitely is. Bless you, little sneezy boys. I hope that this you know, encourages you to get better as well. You're not alone. There's apparently a lot of people who go through this, and I wish I had known a little bit more. But after finding out what it was, I had a lot of people reach out to me, and it really just warms my heart that people shared their stories afterwards, and made me realize that, like, no matter how hard things are, you know, they're gonna get better. And so I hope that this video does that for someone else as well. So if you want to follow along with the boys as they grow from preemie to chunky monkeys, and you know, my journey back to health, I encourage you to subscribe and follow the videos. I'm so happy you guys tuned in. I can't wait to share our updates soon. Bye. Hi, Monster. Hi. Hi. We're just hanging out. And we're just hanging out. You're just snoozing, huh? Oh, all right. All right. Let's get this taken care of. Bye, guys.